Once a month, Paula Pant, host of the Afford Anything podcast, answers voicemail questions the listeners send in. Here's one now.
Hi, Paula. This is Amy in Maryland. I have been a stay-at-home mom for the last couple of years, and me and my wife have some debt that we're trying to pay off. Our problem is that it's not a problem that all the debt is pretty low interest, but my question for you is how to stay patient and not get super antsy when you're really trying to overcome a financial problem like paying down all of our debt, but you're in a place where, paying the minimums every month is really the best you can do. And paying the minimums means that in a couple of years, those debts will be gone. And in a couple of years, I probably will be working and bringing in more income. So how do you stay patient and calm when the best you can do is just feeling like it's just moving at a snail's pace? Thanks so much. Love the show.
I sympathize with what you're going through because when you're playing the long game, as you are, when you've got a goal where the achievement of that goal is years into the future, man, that's tough. It's tough because humans are not really wired for that type of long-term satisfaction. And so what I would encourage you to do is find short-term markers, short-term little hallmarks, small wins, in other words, that you can celebrate along the way, because that's one of the best ways to stay patient. So rather than thinking of debt payoff or debt freedom as the win and waiting years and years and years into the future for that, find little hallmarks like, when our debt gets down to X amount, and that will be the win. And that win is coming up in only 2 or 3 months. Or, you could find other hallmarks as well that aren't related to that debt. For example, if in conjunction with paying off the debt, you're also maybe building some savings, you might celebrate like when our savings hits Y amount, when our emergency fund hits this particular amount. Celebrate those small wins along the way, because those are the tiny wins which, accumulate on the way to the big win. When I was starting my blog, when I was very, very first getting started and I had nobody read it, I needed some sort of win because I was doing all of this work and it was frustrating to do so much work with no payoff, no audience, no money, nothing. There was absolutely nothing that I was getting as a reward for the work that I was doing. And so I found the smallest wins that I could. I remember the first time that somebody retweeted something that I wrote. I remember how happy I was, dancing around my room, celebrating that retweet. Something so small, so simple, but it was a small win, and it kept me motivated as I was working towards the bigger picture. Likewise, when I began buying rental properties, initially financial independence wasn't the goal. Initially, my goal was simply to diversify my income stream and build some passive income. And so I wasn't thinking about some big win that would exist years out into the future. I was thinking about the small wins of, hey, now I have an extra $500 a month in passive income. And it was those small wins which accumulated over time to get me to where I am today. So point of the story, and I feel like I'm being a little bit repetitive, is find any benchmarks that you can, no matter how small, and celebrate those. Focus your mind on those.
Hey, did you enjoy this excerpt from the Afford Anything podcast? Then click to download our free ebook, Escape. You'll be taken to a page where you can enter your email for immediate access to everything you need to know about escaping the 9-to-5 grind to live life on your terms. And you can also subscribe with one simple click to get alerted when new videos are uploaded.